Hi everybody, it's Joey and I'm here to do a storytime video. I wasn't even going to talk about this sick shit. But you know what? I'm going to do it because I think whoever watches this would be a learning experience for them. Because, you know, when you hear about things in life, it's different when you actually go through the certain situation. This is a story time, and make sure everything's in the frame. Okay, so let's just get started. Now, before I even get started, before I tell you guys anything, I know what you guys are gonna think after I tell you this. You're gonna think I'm stupid, you're gonna judge me, you're gonna think I'm crazy, I'm ridiculous, there's something seriously wrong with me, and you know what, there really is. Because there's no reason why I did this. There's no reason why I did this. There's no explaining it. There's no justifying it. There's no explaining it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to go right into it. So, let me see how much battery power is left because I don't know how much battery power is left because it's not telling me. But, yeah. So, here we go. Ready to really think I'm stupid and dumbass, let me tell you. So let's get started. So, I've been meeting guys off of grindr, meeting up with them, and I've been doing sexual things with them. Okay, I'm just gonna be serious. I'm just gonna be honest with it. It's the truth. Most of these men are straight. They're in the discreet. They're in the closet. They don't feel comfortable meeting out in public. Whatever it is, what have you. They just don't feel comfortable. So, they only feel comfortable meeting in like a dark, deserted parking lot, a dark, deserted alleyway, a dark, deserted schoolyard. It's very sketchy, really ridiculous. Now, on my end, I'm stupid. Because I should tell them right then and there. I should be like, no, I'm not doing this. You either meet me out in public in a restaurant or whatever, or don't meet me at all. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to be subjected to that. And whatever, because it's dangerous. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're going to do something to me. I'm just saying, like, just doing that in general is very sketchy and dangerous. And it's like, you know, I'd rather just meet out in public in a restaurant, or not even a restaurant. It doesn't have to be a restaurant, but just out in public, a mall, coffee shop, whatever. But they're just so against it. But anyways, the story I'm about to tell you is a little graphic. Not that graphic, but a little graphic. So just mind you, make sure the kids are away, make sure only adults are hearing this right now and you're above 18. Okay, so I met up with this guy. Now, usually when I meet up with guys and I bring them into my car and I meet them and I speak to them, you know, it's a nice, they're really nice, and I get very lucky. However, this one situation, I didn't get so lucky. And this is when you have to really stop and think and be like, you know what, you can't do this shit anymore because this is very dangerous. So I meet up with this guy. He's black. Now, being black has nothing to do with this, but I will say that a lot of black people do grow up in the ghetto, and this guy was very ratchet and ghetto and very just part of that thug life. And I love black guys. I'm into black guys. I'm my favorite, but I'm not into that type of black where you're part of a gang or you're grown up in the ghetto. Like, I'm not into all that. I'm sorry. Black, white, I don't care what you are. If you're brought up in the ghetto or ratchet, all that shit, I'm not into that. So just stay away. I don't care what you are. But anyways, I meet up with this guy, and I talked to him on the phone beforehand. I was talking to him, and he said, you know, I'm not about that life. I'm not about the thug life or whatever. I'm really just, you know, I'm not like that lifestyle at all. So I was like, okay, cool. So we talked a lot, whatever. I told him what I'm looking for, what he's looking for, whatever. So we meet up in my car, and he's cute, he's nice, you know, he's making me laugh. Like, I'm enjoying his company, whatever. Again, I still should have met him in a public place, like a diner or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm an idiot. And trust me when I tell you, I will never do this again, so just letting you know. So yeah, we're talking, whatever, and we're enjoying each other's company. He smells like a bag of weed. Straight up like a bag of weed. I told him beforehand, I said, I don't like the smell. I want you to smell nice, spray on cologne. He comes in smelling like shit. It's like I should have just thrown him out right then and there. I really should have. But I didn't because I was enjoying his company. I did want to get to know him, so I was trying to hold in this trying to control the smell and try not to smell it. But just the nerve, the fact that I told you I don't like the smell of weed and you come in smelling like a bag of weed, and then you told me you're gonna spray cologne. I don't smell no cologne. All I smell is weed. Like, what's up with that? Anyways, he kept complimenting me, saying how gorgeous I was, you loved me, blah, blah, blah. And then I asked him, I said, so, where do you live? Like, what do you do? Like, who you live with? He goes, well, that's the thing. He goes, I'm homeless. I go, what do you mean you're homeless? I go, didn't you tell me he told me he was not I forgot, like a carpenter, so he makes money. So like, what do you mean you're homeless? He's like, yeah, I mean, I just, the thing is that I'm running from the police. I go, what do you mean you're running from the police? He goes, yeah, I got into some trouble and, I actually stabbed a few people and killed them. My heart dropped to the ground. There was two things that went on my mind. It was, oh shit, my life is over. My life's about to come to an end. The second thing is, I'm a fucking dumbass. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I do this? What the fuck is wrong with me? Right? So I told him, cut and blanche. I said, get out of my car. I said, get the fuck out of my car. I told him, get out of my car. He goes, no, let me explain the story. I said, no, I don't want you to explain the story. I feel very uncomfortable right now. Get out of my car. Right now. I was really pissed. And then he just got out of my car. I got very lucky because what would have happened if he had a knife? What would have happened if he took out a knife and right then and there stabbed me? What would have happened? What would have happened if he raped me, if he robbed me? Like, what would have happened? I don't have pepper spray. I don't know martial arts. And to be honest, I brought this on myself because I'm a moron letting him into my car when I don't know him from a hole in the wall. So I got very lucky in that aspect, but I feel so stupid that I did something like that. So I blocked him off everything immediately. I drove away from the scene and didn't hear from him again. I blocked him off everything. Okay, so the next part's really gonna get you and be like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? I'm even more stupid than this first story, right? So right after this happens, I'm in my car and I'm messaging someone else from grindr. And I've been talking to him recently a lot, you know what I mean? He sent me like a picture of himself, whatever. He said it was very discreet or whatever it was. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm really shaken up right now. I need someone to talk to. I'm like really scared right now. I just need like a man or someone to hold. Like I just need someone. And he's like, are you okay? Like what's wrong? Like he just seemed very like he felt like really like he was really interested and just really wanted to know how I was doing and he really wanted to take care of me type of thing. So I was like I'm not doing so good. Like I really need to see someone. He goes, you want to meet up and chill? I said, sure, whatever. Now, again, this is so fucking stupid because I don't meet up with him in a public area. I meet up with this guy in my car. I know I'm a fucking moron and I feel stupid and I know I'm like, oh my god, like I'll never do that again. But I guess I was in a state of shock where I was like, I just needed someone to talk to and this guy goes to my school. I don't know him, but I know he goes to my school because he told me he goes to my school and he told me like he wanted to meet up at school a couple of times. So I knew like he was an alright type of person even though like, okay, you still don't know even though he goes to your school. But, so anyway, so I meet up with him in front of his house, we're in front of his house and he comes into my car. Right off the bat, he's not who he says he is. He sent me this picture, and the picture is not who I'm seeing right in front of my face in my car. It's not who he is. It's not who he is. It's not the picture that he sent me. In my mind, I'm like, shit, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, you're cute. Like, I'm like, why did you send me such a false picture? In my mind, I'm like, you're cuter than the picture you sent me. So why would you send me a fake picture? In my mind, I'm like, okay, well, maybe send me that picture because he's discreet. But, like, I mean, whatever. I mean, you're cuter than you're cuter than, it wasn't even a catfish because he was cuter than the boy in the picture. I was like, wow, I mean, whatever. I won't call this a catfish because I feel like he was still so damn cute. So I'm like, whatever. I didn't even pay any mind to it. I'm like, this guy's cute anyway, so I don't even give a shit. Whatever. I know I feel stupid. I'm like, well, he sent you a fucking false photo. Doesn't matter how cute he is. Like, come on, Joe, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I didn't know what else to do. He just seemed so nice and whatever. So we were talking, and I was telling him my story, and it just kind of seemed like he didn't care. It seemed like he really cared in the messages, but when I saw him in person, he didn't give a shit. He didn't care. And I felt like he used me because he just wanted. I'm not saying he was a bad person, or he definitely was better than the guy before, like the first guy that I met up with. But I still feel like this guy was not entirely a good person. Like, he just was really weird, and I don't know, like, he just was. I found it weird that he sent me a picture that wasn't him, because he's not an ugly old person for him to send me a fake picture. He's actually he's cute. So I was like skeptical as why he sent me this random picture of a person I don't know who he is. Like, he's not. I don't know, I was so mad at myself this whole night. I really was. I regret everything I did, just to let you know. I regret the entire fucking situation. But to shorten the story, I did give him a blowjob in my car. Right afterwards, he just was like, okay, I'm done. Like, just take me home. I'm like, what is wrong with guys? Like, I'm like, do you just want, like, sex and a blowjob? Like, is that all you want? Like, yeah, I don't mind, like, doing those things, but it's like, I felt used. So I dropped him off, and then I just blocked him off of social media. I'm like, whatever. Like, this has been 2 guys in a row that I just had bad experiences with. Really bad experiences with. So, I'm very stupid. I'm a moron. But this is a learning experience, and that night will not go unnoticed. So, with that being said, I won't do anything like this ever again. The first guy was very dangerous, opposed to the second guy I met up with, who wasn't dangerous, but still felt like he just used me in a way where I just felt used. Like, I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable in either or situation. So, I'm sorry, but I guess I'm more like a woman in this aspect, or a girl in this aspect, where I don't meet up just to do these things. I meet up to talk and get to know, these people, and they just want straight sex. And I feel, like, guilty. I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I should just give it to them, because I feel like that's all they want anyways. But I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. And I feel like every girl listening to this that feels pressured into sex, or pressured into sucking, guys, whatever, and just pressured into those situations, don't fall into it just because you feel like they're bigger than you, they're stronger than you, and you feel like you can't get out of it. That's still rape, in a way, because they're telling you to do something and you really don't want to do it, but they're still using you in that aspect, where they're getting what they want, but you're not getting what you want, which is just sitting down, having a nice conversation, and getting to know them. They don't want to do that. A lot of guys are like that, where they don't want to date, they just want to have sex. And it's like, I'm telling you, like, gay guy, straight guy, well, this guy was supposedly straight, but whoever it is, I feel like these girls need to not fall into that type of situation. And I was stupid enough to fall in that type of situation. I won't be played again. I feel stupid. I don't know how many more times I can say it. I do feel stupid. I feel like a complete moron. I can't even, like, look at the camera because I feel so ashamed of myself for doing these things. And, listen, I'm not doing this ever again. I'm going to be dating, and that's it. I'm not going to do those type of things with these guys. And it was just wrong. Like, I just felt wrong at the end of it. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel like I didn't feel happy. I felt used. I felt like I was like a slut. And I don't want to be a slut. Like, that's not who I am. Like, I don't want to be that way. So, I'm coming here to be honest with you. And the reason why I'm being honest with you is because I feel like someone could learn from this experience. And this is why I'm being so honest. Like, everything I'm telling you is 100% truth. And most people would be embarrassed to even admit these type of things and to be like, oh my god, but I just had to, because I feel like had I watched a video like this prior to these meetups, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have learned from the video and not done it. So I want you guys to learn from this video, from what I'm saying to you, and not do what I did. And I won't do what I did ever again, I promise you. When you meet up with someone, meet up with them in public. If you don't feel them out, then don't meet them ever again. If you feel them out, then yeah. If you want to go on another date or even bring them, if you feel them out and you really think they're a nice person, yeah, then you can bring them into your car and do whatever you will with them. But don't just meet them right away in your car. Like, don't be sketchy. I don't care if you're discreet or if, I don't know, if you're even a girl and you meet this guy and they just rather just have sex and not even meet up at a public place. Don't even do that either. Like, be smart, meet up at a public place, make sure they all just don't want sex, make sure they want to really get to know you. Later on, if that comes, then it comes. Yeah, I just feel used. I feel totally used. I felt scared for my life in the first situation. And then I felt used in the second situation. I felt like he took advantage of me because I was vulnerable and I just came out of a really scary situation with this other guy. So I felt like he knew that and he wanted to... He basically took me when I was most vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like, he knew how to get me at my most vulnerable stage, at my most vulnerable point, where I felt like I was I just felt like I couldn't defend myself. I was just so scared, and he just took advantage of that. So that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. Again, I feel stupid. I don't know why I did these things. I don't know why I do these things, but I won't do it again. And I'm going to just end the video here because I'm just disgusted with myself. Just whatever came of this video, whoever watches this video, just know and learn from this. And don't do what I did and just do better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Be smarter than me. Like, you probably already know about this, and I'm probably just beating this to a pulp. Like, I know what you guys are thinking, but listen, some times you need to learn the hard way, and I had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? And I got fortunate. I wasn't killed. The first situation, I could have got killed. The second situation, I could have got raped, because he kind of just wanted sex, and he just was, like, really aggressive with it. So in either situation was horrible. So don't do this ever again. I will never do this ever again. And it's bad because it was happening at the same night, one situation after the other. And I just looked so played and so stupid. Like, I was like, I should have just went home and not met up with this second guy. I just wish that never happened with the second guy. I wish I would have learned my lesson and not meet up with the second guy. But I felt like he really wanted to know if I was okay, and I bought it. So I met up with him, and I shouldn't have bought it because he was a player. I can't stand men. They really only want one thing. It's really sad. It really sucks. Anyways, I love you girls. I hope you guys girls learn from this. Gay guys, girls, whoever's watching this. I hope you all learn from this. Don't fall for a guy and their tricks. This straight guy, whoever the fuck it is, don't fall for their tricks. Alright, love you guys. Bye.